to a special edition of The Pulse. We're coming to you live from the Independence Square, from the Chale Water Art Festival grounds, and that's why it's a special edition. We're going to be here to tell you much more about the festival. Where are you? What are you doing? You have to make your way to the grounds because a lot is happening here. But we're not going to talk about that alone. We understand that today the IPPs, that's the Independent Power Producers, agreed with government to accept 43 million Ghana cedis payment every month, and that's going to be for power produced and supplied to the state. I mean, we'll bring you details of that. And also, tomorrow is the big day for the governing New Patriotic Party. They are going to the polls to, prune down their 10 flag bearer aspirants to 5. Who amongst the 10 will make it to the 5? Isaac Ofieje of our research and data desk will be with me here for us to go into it, to find out who can't make the cut. You need to be here to listen to the analysis so that you can, be able to tell yourself who amongst the 10 will make the cut tomorrow, because this is your election headquarters, of course. There's a lot more to bring you here from this ground. Like I said, if you're not here, you need to make your way to the Independence Square because there's much happening around me. My name is Samuel Kojo-Brace, and on behalf of the entire team, we have the whole Joy News here. I welcome you to the Pulse, special edition of the Pulse, live from here, the Independence Square. Stay with us. We'll be back with the details. Well, before we go into the story, let me tell you that, or acknowledge our sponsor. Pulse is brought to you by Global Communities, Dignilu, affordable, safe sanitation for all, and in partnership with Chale Water Street Art Festival. It's ongoing till 27th of this month. You need to be around to witness for yourself pure culture and arts on display. Well, let's go to our first story. Now, the Independent Power Producers and government have agreed to a $43 million monthly payment to address the financial crisis threatening the energy sector. We understand that this is to cover for only power generated and consumed by the state. And government insists it has no money to pay for excess capacity. Now, Minister of State at the Finance Ministry, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, has been telling my colleague George Weafing all the details.
The threats by IPPs recently to shut down was addressed because they wanted to have a sustainable model of paying for the power they supply.
And that's been done.
We've negotiated with them. We've agreed to some monthly payments. And in every month, about $43 million shared amongst them for energy supply, for energy consumed, let me say. Because you know that they have excess capacity. And so we have negotiated with them to pay for energy consumed. Which means we are currently not paying for the excess that we do not consume. And that is what amounts to the $43 million shared amongst them. Because of this, we have had to remodel the cash waterfall mechanism. That is categorized into level A payments and level B payments. Level A payments is the payments we make to the IPPs. And as I speak to you, we have paid them twice since we agreed with them. In July, we paid $43 million. ECG has just paid for August $43 million 2-3 days ago. And that is going to continue. We want to be current.
Well, so that's the Minister of State at the Finance Ministry, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, with my colleague George Weafing. But let me bring you here and bring in Isaac Ofieje of our research and data desk to help us break down the issues well. So, Kofi, what does this mean, to the state?
Well, it's actually, first of all, it's good news for the IPPs.
Okay.
And also good news for government, because remember that 3 months ago, IPPs were very clear that they were not going to accept any form of haircut or restructuring. And government has been very clear with this payment plan.
Because of where we are, you need to speak out a bit.
Exactly, yeah, absolutely. So with this payment plan, it simply means that government is saying it is only going to pay for, energy generated and consumed.
Okay.
It means that government is not going to pay anything on excess capacity or energy that has been generated
but not
and
consumed.
not consumed.
Okay.
Exactly. If you look at the data, for instance, energy generated and not consumed costs the state close to $500 million every year. And that's huge money for government if you look at the point where we are and the restructuring that we have to do. For IPPs, there are over 40 million dollars that will be paid every month. It's a big deal and it's an achievement for them because at a point they were looking at haircuts, and for them to have such a disbursement plan, I'm sure they are happy with it. But by hook or crook, just like the finance minister said, it is time for burden sharing.
Yeah.
And IPPs must be ready to bear some of these costs or some of this burden.
Yeah.
They will not get the entire money, but government is making a commitment and an assurance that although you won't get everything, we will make sure that we give you something to sustain you. But bear in mind that it will be difficult for us to pay the energy generated and not consumed, which we refer to as the excess capacity.
Well, the minister is saying that government will restructure debt owed the IPPs in September. What does this mean? Does it mean there will be a haircut for them, or what really is it?
Well, in fact, all those who are holding government bonds in dollars, we do not know the form of restructuring that it's going to take. They have to go through a lot of negotiations. It probably will take the form of, restructuring that we are intending to do with our external creditors. To date, we do not know the magnitude of haircuts or restructuring or debt treatment that China will agree, France will agree, or India or any other external party or person that we are owing. But with the IPPs, I am sure that negotiations will be in their favor because the finance minister, when he was in Washington, said it and made it very emphatic that they are going to put in place an offer that will be, better than the initial one that was given to the IPPs. And so they can be rest assured if they are to go by what the finance minister actually said in Washington, that they will be given, a good offer or a good plan. But by hook or crook, they should be ready to accept some form of haircuts. Whether it will be a TI, Sakura, or Santo, we don't know. But there will certainly be, a form of haircut that the IPP should be ready to take.
Well, so I guess then the independent, the chamber of the IPPs is accepting this.
Well, I have not really seen any communique or anything that comes from the IPPs, like the body. But what we are learning is that it looks as if there is some sort of negotiation going on between government and some of the IPPs. I do not know if there was an agreement between government and the body itself, but I know that some of the IPPs have accepted this and they are happy with government's commitments. They love it. In fact, Brace, if somebody is owing you at a point, told you that I can't pay, you need to take haircut, I will not be able to pay you, accept some form of burden sharing, at a point comes back to you and say, you know what, I was the one who said I cannot pay. But now I have a payment plan for you. That was what they were looking for. They were looking for a payment plan.
Yeah.
Now with this form of or dollar every month is good news. Not only IPPs, Brace. We also know that all those who decided to take part in the domestic debt exchange program have decided, they've started giving them, paying their coupon, for instance. Coupon that's matured, I think somewhere August.
4.3 something.
The government is on its way, it's in process to disperse close to 2 billion Ghana cedis. And this is good. In fact, it's good for government, it's good for the creditors as well, because if government is able to do this, then it sends a positive signal to the international credit ratings agencies. We will then begin to get some good positive ratings,
okay.
Because that is what we want to do. We want to get back to that international fund market again, because every year we will need that on average $3 to $4 billion every year to support our budgets. And we don't have time. We need to do this as soon as possible. It will take us a long time. Some of us estimated 4 or 5 years, but government would like to get back to the international fund market as soon as possible. So this is good news for the creditors and good news for government as well, Grace.
Well, was it good news for government? The same governing party tomorrow is going to the polls for the special delegates conference, where they are going to prune down the 10 aspirants who are gunning to be flag bearer of the party to 5. Now, there's going to be over 900 delegates taking part in this process. In fact, there's 955 of these delegates who will be voting across 17 voting centers across the country. Now, the aspirants have up to the end of today to wrap up their campaign, because the party frowns on any campaigning tomorrow. What does it mean for the parties? Who amongst the 10? I mean, we have Alan Kwajo Chiramanting in there. We have Dr. Owusu Afriyakoto in there. We have Joe Gate in there. We have Dr. Mahmoud Baumia in there. Adai Numo is in there. We have Kwajo Poku in there. We have Dr. Kofi Apreku. We have Kennedy Ohene Ejapon. We have Kwabena Ejapon. Amongst these 10 people, who will make it to the top 5? Isaac Kofi J is with me again for us to look at the dynamics and what's going to work out for any candidate tomorrow, and what we do know so far. Kofi?
First of all, I must say that election headquarters, we are ready.
Very much ready.
Winston and Evans will be there this evening to take us through the election coverage.
The two big heads.
The two big heads today. We started today, and we are ready. Our database is ready. We are ready to give you the best of analysis. And trust me, you know we do this better when it comes to election, and this is your election headquarters.
Exactly.
But if you ask me who will make it to the top 5, this has happened before. In 2014, when the NPP learned their lesson, in 2007, when they had a tall list of candidates on it, they decided.
2007 was 17, right?
Exactly, 17
candidates.
Candidates on it. They decided that now, if we have more than 5, we need to, trim or prune, just like you've been saying, the number to 5 for them to go to the main delegate conference. It's happened before. This is the second time we are having a sitting vice president participate in the presidential primaries.
Aliyu
Mahama did in 2007. He placed 3rd to Akufo-Addo first, Baumia second.
Alan
Chirmanting, second, Aliyu Mahama 3rd. And so we've seen some of these dynamics before. In fact, some are actually saying that whatever that will happen tomorrow will have no corresponding effect on what will happen in November.
Yeah.
But trust me, there is enough data, or there is precedence to show that in 2014, when President Akufo-Addo won the super delegate hands down, in fact a landslide by more than 80%, he went ahead to win the main delegates conference with more than 90% vote. Alan Chirmanting, who was second, dropped in votes in the main delegate conference. And so there is precedence for this. We are hoping that tomorrow, just like people are saying, we are expecting a very tight race. But if you look at it, it is interesting, very, very interesting. It was, I think, 2009 or so that the NPP really accepted this Dankwa Buzia Dombo tradition. And we are now seeing the real effect, the proper competition between these 3, aspects of the party. Who will have the nod to lead the party in 2024? In your election headquarters, we are ready and poised with action. We'll bring you all the data and the analysis. But if you ask me what the data is saying, there is precedent to tell you that if you perform pretty well in the super delegate conference, trust me, there is some form or corresponding effect to what happens in the main. But elections have different dynamics. You can do your own projections, but on the D-Day, things may happen. They say fear delegates. And so let's wait and see tomorrow and November 2023 and see who will lead the NPP. But as it stands now, the race is going to be very tight.
Okay. The race is going to be very tight, like I've told you earlier. Stay with the election headquarters, because we'll bring you the coverage of this special delegate congress from 7 a.m. tomorrow till the elections are called by the Electoral Commission. We'll be everywhere across the country. But remember, tonight we have the special election eve coverage for you from 8 to 10 p.m. Catch us live as we analyze the data for you. But let's move on to other stories. Now, let's talk about roads, because go and report staff members violating the country's axle load axle load regulations. Now, that's the charge from the Ghana Integrity Initiative to the Roads Minister, Kwesi Amwaku-Atta. Now, the sector minister alleged that there are a lot of corrupt people and thieves at his ministry helping drivers evade the payment of tax and flouting the laws. Now, the minister, who was visibly angry during an inspection tour of the ongoing Valco roundabout to Bong Road construction project on Wednesday, August 23, 2023, lamented about how helpless the situation has become, even with the constraint or the entrance of new ones who are expected to be a replacement to the corrupt ones. The minister is angry really about how corrupt people in his ministry are helping people evade the payment of taxes and even, aiding contractors to construct very shoddy roads. Listen.
A lot of corrupt people, there are a lot of thieves in my own ministry. You sack them, you employ new ones, and when they come, the new ones are even worse than those that you sack. Members of the press, you see the harm we are doing to our country. All of us and our government is spending millions and billions of money to fix our roads. We get transporters from other countries, neighboring countries, the landlocked countries, coming to pick cargo from the ports, and they don't respect our axle load regime. Look at all these vehicles parked here, and they park here hours on end. My information is that some of them are now going through the documentation process at the port. So they could park on the shoulders of the road for more than 24 hours. And the pressure on the road, they have destroyed the shoulders of our roads. The customs people are manning some of the barriers, the police are manning the barriers, but they get free access through our corridor. What are we doing to our country? Because of bribery and corruption.
So that is the Roads Minister, Kwesi Amwaku-Atta, there. Now, let's just stay with the construction industry, because the second phase of the Kumasi International Airport, which began in 2018, has stalled due to lack of funds to continue its construction. Now, the project forms part of three major projects in Kumasi, including the KJTR Market Redevelopment Project and the 500-bed capacity mother and child unit at the Konfanoche Teaching Hospital, which have also stalled. Now, the Kumasi Airport project, which is expected to provide the requisite infrastructure for safe domestic and international operations, is now idle as contractors abandon site. Now, Nana Boakye Yadom has been speaking to some residents of Kumasi who want government to provide the resources to complete the project.
In 2018, President Akufo-Addo cut short for work to begin on the construction of the second phase of the Kumasi Airport project. The project was expected to be completed in 24 months. In 2023, contractors have left the site, leaving the project site covered with weeds. What do residents of Kumasi make of this?
Airport no yanyai Tamaledian ye Kumasi die na akonkwan so yenim die ntia.
The airport is left abandoned. The contractors are not on site. The government should be truthful to us because it's our taxes. Not having enough international airports in Ghana is our problem. Everyone traveling would have to use Kotoka. Meanwhile, an international airport in Kumasi would help neighboring regions.
eti kekenya Kumasi die na kebenya omo mu free sunyan ne other villages no so omo tuma ba Kumasi ya na ka bo mo man no atumpon eti di kwamu ne etwa ye kura eti aba no ka de kura nkyere ne ye hu se eye project no if you contractors ni problem ana say if you onu aban no nsem
adwuma de asase de no ngusu gidigidi pa ompeso me de ompeso mo ye adwuma no ba yes you say aye slow pa ana manfo na yes omutu omusa.
They started very well, but now things have slowed down. We don't know what they want to even do now. They should work on it for us.
No omunye adwuma because asante region aye hia nema ye nkwan de up to now ye hu say ye bie ana say ye de no aha come ye sha see 2018 ye shall be in common with the was almost as 2018 and some question Tamalidianas. And since I can say Tamalidio.
The construction began in 2018 before the Tamale airport. It should be completed by now. At the moment, the government should focus on having an international airport completed as soon as possible.
As a Ghana, in Philippines, I was a new part, I will have more crowd than Tamalidio, the Hadian can read the data. This is a buy money on your Hadian, and my Kajmanagamuni. And say, because I be fit as Yanka when we not go to Baranquatuazo. Me not the country and Mass and Cosa at minimum. And the Oka from the Ukraine. Yeah, can't be to say affordable houses are President Kufokra AC. I've seen it. As I said,
I don't even know why some projects stay anytime there is a new government. There are several projects abandoned. It's a problem. Going forward, anybody traveling will be in difficulty since this project has been abandoned.
Now this is the Kumasi Airport, the phase 2 of the entire project. The project is said to be 70% complete but left abandoned. Reporting for Joy News, my name is Nana Boache Dankwayadom, Kumasi.
So we are coming to you live from the Chale Water Art Festival grounds here at the Independence Square. That's where we're bringing you the special edition of the Pause for you. We'll take a quick break, but when we return, we'll bring you much more on the Chale Water Art Festival. We speak to exhibitors, we speak to artists, we speak to patrons, and people who are here to really witness what's happening. I mean, there's a lot for us to bring you here after the break. You stay with us.
Smile, Look lively, okay? Smile, smile. Is the money too small? A bad stomach ruins your day. Don't let it. Take Gastron, your most effective antacid for the relief of symptoms of peptic ulcer, heartburn, gas pain, flatulence, and indigestion.
Hey guys, what are you waiting for? Let's go, let's go.
Mwah. Can you bring down the smiles more?
Gastron, effective relief from stomach discomfort. Manufactured and distributed by NS Chemist Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Get ready to enjoy the 11th edition of the innovative Ghana Garden and Flower Show from 30th August to 3rd September. Come to the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park for 5 amazing days of fun, networking, education, business opportunities, and many surprises from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Theme: Green Fusion, collaborating for climate action. The Fun Pack 5 days specially created for you, your family, friends, work colleagues, and all. Calling all who want to see our earth preserved for our collective good. To partner, sponsor, or book a stand, call 020-209-6696 or 0249-77696. The Ghana Garden and Flower Movement is an initiative of Stratcom Africa, Experience the Stratcom Africa difference.
Daddy, this tank is big.
Yes, that's true.
It can store a lot of water.
That's so true.
Wow, it has a working tortoise on it.
That's so true.
I can see S-I-N-T-E-X. Syntax.
That is so true, my daughter.
When it falls down, it will spoil.
That's not true.
But why?
Hey! Syntax was the first to introduce double-layer tanks in Ghana. Syntax again was the first to introduce white inner layers in Ghana. Syntax gives you the biggest warranty, 7 years. No matter your water needs, Syntax is the answer. Syntax tank. Are you strong? Are you tough?
The balance. The stage is set for a showdown of epic proportions. 10 contenders, 5 slots. Who will rise to claim the throne and secure their place in the final 5 with a chance to be the NPP flag bearer? Get ready for a political battle.
You know that the biggie boy lover, ASEM, awesome. I be you know that the biggie boy lover, captain to the planet. Never lie, be I for take a lambi. Yes, see a maybe, a busu baby. Salewati, 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 Salewati. Menyan lie, be I for take a lambi. Yes, see a maybe. Busuo baby, Salewati, Salewati, Salewati. Menyan laibi, afo take a lambi. Yes, see a maybe. Busuo baby, Salewati, 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 Salewati. Menyan laibi, afo take a lambi. Yes, see a maybe. Busuo baby, Salewati, Salewati, Salewati. I be you know that the biggie boy lover, ASEM, awesome. I be you know that the biggie boy lover, captain to the planet. Never lie, be I for take a lambi. Yes, see a maybe, a busuo baby. Salewati, 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 Salewati. Menyan laibi, I for take a lambi. Yes, see a maybe, a busuo baby. Salewati, Salewati, Salewati. Menyan laibi, I for take a lambi. Yes, see a maybe, a busuo baby. Salewati, Salewati.
All right, so that's it, Charlie Wate. And I mean, the first time I was pronouncing the name, I said Charlie Wete. I didn't most of my fancy for you can know different. So I mean, we say Charlie Wete, and they said, "Nah, on your Charlie Wete, it is Charlie Wate. It means Charlie make it good." That be how it is, yeah. Okay, so this has been running for so many years now. It has grown from a very, from an idea to the first edition, which wasn't too big, to a very big event. Now it's global. Last time I was speaking to some whites, and they said they are in town to come and participate in the Chale Water. It means that now it's not only Ghana event, it's a global event, and that's why it's important that we're all here to support it. Well, so let me get into the studio and talk about it with the director of Chale Water, Manche. I mean, he has his own style. Manche, I want to speak Ghana. You want to say, how are you? Say, hey, take your turn. Take your turn. Take your turn. On your juba. Life. Okay. I also have with me here, the man from Ghana Tourism Authority. He is Deputy Head of Corporate Affairs, Ghana Tourism Authority, Kofi Atta Kakra Kusi. Hi, good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, bro.
How are
I'm in Makaka, say to your day.
Me Ojuba. No, me Ojuba, I can say it.
Okay.
But I want to say, me no can feel.
I don't know, okay, yeah, don't know.
All right, man, let's start from you.
Very well.
I mean, what really brought up this whole thing, Chale Water?
I was in the studio over the weekend. I think we had a long conversation about that. But I'm going to just summarize it. This was an idea to create a space for artists to thrive and to explore ideas, and also to create viable projects, like at the core of it, because prior to Chale Water there was no space like that. You know what I mean? And like you said earlier on, it's moved from being an idea to being an international phenomenon that is, it's being replicated all over the continent, which, only says that whatever we are doing here works and it's been transformative. So other communities, other countries are also trying to replicate what we're doing here.
So since you started about 12 years ago?
12 years now, this is our 13th edition. Yeah.
What has been the journey like?
Topsy-turvy. There have been ups and downs, but all of it's been, it's like learning on the job, creating something that didn't exist before and having to nurture it into an international phenomenon. So there's been a lot of learning and a lot of triumphs also, and then transiting into this new location, Black Star Square, is prophetic, it's really prophetic. And as we speak, the whole world is here, Thousands of people have flown all over the world to come and celebrate with us. And I think for us at Chale Water, that's, it's been, we've taken it with a lot of grace, but it's also been a humbling experience for us to be able to create an art festival that is bringing the world to the Gulf of Guinea, bringing the world to the center of the world. Ghana is the center of the world. And for Chale Water to do what it's doing now, to be such a powerful cultural device, it only makes sense that it should be here, And for us, it's like I said, a lot of grace and excitement, and also triumphs in that we've been able to grow every year and create this international phenomenon that is creating vast opportunities for everyone in this country, from the government to regular people. Like Chale Water is employing thousands of people. It's also creating thousands of businesses over a long period of time. And what we've managed to do over the last 12 years is to create an art business or an art ecosystem, that sort of sustains itself by running projects through each other, So like the extractive industry that is heavily, it takes a lot of investment also, and it displaces the environment, destroys the environment. Art is not like that. We can make the same money they're making in the extractive industry without destroying the environment, because now we've created an ecosystem that is bringing the world to this place, and it can only get better.
Okay.
Yeah.
The name itself, Chale Water.
Yeah.
What influenced that name?
Well, everybody in this country has a relationship with flip-flops, what we call Chale Water. Whether you're rich or poor.
Of course,
so it's like a rallying point for everyone,
Right.
everyone across this country, no matter. I'm sure the president also has Chalewote. He wears around the house, you know. So it's a rallying point for the country Ghana, you know, that we can rally around arts, we can rally around something very positive that's also culturally transformative, you know, creating opportunities and also changing the narrative about this continent. You know, now as we speak, we are making art history, you know, art history by Africans, you know. That hasn't happened in a really long time, so that's also a phenomenal thing to happen for at this time in our development as a country. Yeah.
So I mean, that when you were deciding on the name, because everybody has a reason why he would decide on a certain name for even his children.
I just told you.
No, I mean, was that the reason, that because everybody has a link with Charlie Watson?
Like I said, it was supposed to be something that connects all of us.
Okay.
Something that everybody has a relationship with.
Absolutely.
Something that everybody can relate to.
Okay, that's why you settled on that.
Yes.
Because even recently, the Accra to London expedition, there was a Charlie Water on board.
Right.
That made it from Ghana to
Right. You know, it's been great, Charlie. It's been we talked about this before this thing was even created, and it's amazing to see how it's, you know, we've come full circle, and we're talking to the world, and it's a different type of language. You know, it's also a language of arts that the world is unfamiliar with.
Right.
You know, so Ghana has become this gem that now everybody wants to see. People are coming to get ideas from this place now, from Charlie Water. People are coming to get inspiration. You know, so Charlie Water has become like an international pilgrimage.
Okay.
You know, to see
for the artists.
Yeah.
All right, let me bring in Kofi now.
Yeah, bro.
Going for the Ghana Tourism Authority. When did you come on board, and what was the deciding factor for you to come on board?
You know, before I say anything, let me give a big greetings to our Honorable Minister for Tourism, Honorable Dr. Ibrahim Awar Mohammed, and his able deputy, Honorable Marco Krikomante, also our Chief Executive at the authority, Mr. Kwesi Ajaman. You see,
because of where we are, it's become a bed for me.
You see, my dear brother, because of the fact that Charlie Water has gained that international dimension, right? You realize that with the Tourism Authority, one of our mandates is to promote and market the country. That is how come you realize that we as an authority are involved in major fairs and exhibitions to bring in the diasporans community and all that. Domestic tourism is also part of it. So you realize that we have some caveats that we are using to rate certain events. So once we come on board certain events, it means that the event is really selling itself to the diasporan community, gaining them for them to come in. Once they come in, the tourist arrivals increase. And obviously, just as Mancha indicated, the revenue also increases. So with the Tourism Authority, it is one of our mandates to make sure that any international events that comes on board within the country, domestically and internationally, we should be able to promote it. As we promote it, what happens is that we get a lot of benefits that accrues to the country. Don't forget, Charlie Water has a lot that it brings to the fore. For example, if you look at national cohesion, it creates a sense of national cohesion, right? People come in from all walks of life, inclusive all from the 16 regions of the country. We have tourists, we have visitors, we have diasporans, people of African descent, all these people coming in. What it means is that it is going to help to be able to create that national cohesion, and then also that international relationship, putting Ghana on the international map. As a matter of fact, if you look at Charlie Water, a number of international media follow. In as much as they follow, what it happens is that Ghana being the center of the world, it means we are selling our country indirectly and also directly. So it's been also an arts craft festival, bringing together our music, our dance, and all that has to do with our history as a people, where we have gotten from. One major thing that I could say is that Charlie Water is taking its roots from the enslavement that we went through. And this year, of course, one of their major activities is to look at arts that are engraved around slavery.
right? The enslavement that happened within those times, right? So you have people from Brazil, people from the Caribbean, people from a number of countries coming in to celebrate with us. As they come in, obviously, our tourist arrivals increase and we get the revenue, as I have early stated.
Okay. Interesting. So what does the future, or what is the future like for your partnership or your sponsorship of Chalewote?
The future is bright. We have been on board since the festival started. Okay. The Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism. We have collaborated and created that partnership. The future of partnership and collaboration with Chalewote is very key to us. Why is it key to us? Because one, what it helps to do is that it helps to sell out our tourist sites and attractions. That's number one. You realize that anywhere Chalewote finds itself, there are a number of tourist sites and attractions across those areas, right? So, for example, as we have the Blaster Square, the Independence Square, we have the Nationalism Park, which is under the Ghana Tourism Authority. We have the G's Park, we have the Osu Castle, we have the Osu Oxford Street. All those places, of course, what is going to happen is that a lot of money is going to be left into the system, right? Because there'll be redistribution of income. You have a lot of people purchasing, doing a lot of stuff that has a lot in terms of revenue being left into the economy. For example, let me give a perfect example where we are expecting close to about 1.2 million tourists coming into the country, right? Chalewote is no exception. Chalewote has been on the table bringing us a lot of tourists, right? Now, from this 1.2 million tourists, we're expecting to have about $3.4 billion being pumped into the economy. So you realize that Chalewote being no exception, it means that we're going to get a lot being raked into the economy. Also, one major thing is that if you look at the arts, our arts depicts our culture as a people, right? Now, the culture of the people is the foundation of our tourism. Anything that we do, our culture is the foundation of the tourism that we are doing. Without arts and the culture and the crafts, honestly, to be frank with you, there'll be no tourism. Okay. Yes. So it means that the art crafts makes meaning of our tourism. So you realize that most of the diasporans, people of African descent, tourists coming in, they come in to experience our culture. What do these people have? What is their heritage? And that heritage, obviously, like the Honorable Minister indicated when the editors forum just last week, he noted that the Osu Castle, for example, is going to be turned into a governance and presidential museum, right, sometime next year. It will start sometime from next year through the Ghana Tourism Development Project by the World Bank. And that obviously is also going to open up the country to a lot more tourists. For example, if you look at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, a lot has been done there, and new edifice, new things have been added, and all these helps to promote and project our country out there. For example, if you look at the Chalewote Festival, it's going to bring out a lot that has to do with our movies, our films, storytelling, poetry, spoken word, right? And then you have people also depicting more of our dance, more of our musicians will be here. It helps also to bring out a lot of talents from the youth, and this is something that the Tourism Authority is very keen on. More especially also, one major thing is that it helps people as a diasporans, people of African descent, tourists coming in, they are going to invest into the economy. Somebody comes in and feels that I have to invest into other sectors of the economy because tourism is multi-sectorial.
So how much can we say Chalewote is bringing into the economy?
There is a lot that Chalewote invests into the economy. To quantify it, that is why I indicated that Chalewote is part of the 1.2 million tourists that we're expecting by the close of the year.
How much?
1.2 million tourists that we're expecting by the close of the year. Now, with that 1.2 million tourists that we're expecting by the close of the year, Chalewote obviously is bringing a certain number that makes up for that 1.2 million tourists. And that, like I mentioned early on, we are looking at $3.4 billion.
From the 1.2?
Yes, from the 1.2. On the 1.2, if each tourist spends $2,000 or $2,500, Then if you multiply by 1.2, we are estimated to look at $3.4 billion and over.
All right. Manje,
yeah,
you've changed locations.
Yes.
How has it been since day one?
We've settled in. Everything is great. From Monday, we had our opening procession. Most of our activities are happening from Monday to Friday inside the Osu Castle. This weekend, we are out at Independence Square, from the State Farms all the way down into the castle, the Accra Sports Stadium area, all the way to Local Road. You know, that's the festival perimeter.
Okay.
Also, I just wanted to give an update to what Kakra was saying, that the theme for this year's festival, Magneto Motherland, is examining our history of resistance against enslavement. You know, so it's not really about focusing on enslavement. We are telling the stories that have been obscured, the history that has been obscured about this place, actually from the whole Gulf of Guinea. You know, nobody sat around and watched their family get carted away. The people who got carted away were prisoners of war.
Right.
You know, they didn't come and get slaves here. There were no slaves here. The people who got carried into the New World, they were builders, they were thinkers, they were scientists. You know, knowledgeable people who, this place got depopulated to create what we
see today.
What has become what we call the metropolis now, you know. So the theme of the festival is really examining our history of resistance against particularly colonial invasion and occupation. Those stories that haven't been told about us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm told the president will pass through.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea, but it will be nice for him to come. Yeah, it will be nice for him to come.
Okay.
He was here in 2018.
Okay.
So it will be
nice.
Yeah, it will be nice to have him around.
Okay. All right.
Mr. President, we'll be waiting for you.
What's the expectation for tomorrow?
It'll be grand. It'll be exciting. Come and have fun. Like I said, we're making our history.
Okay. All right.
By Africans for Africans in the world.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Kakra for passing through. Thank you. Well, we'll bring you a wrap of how the first day went. I mean, you saw the procession there. Mancha was in there. A lot of I saw Miss Bella. I saw my own brother. The bald-headed man in there. I mean, the one who disturbs a lot. Anio Savute was in there. Jacqueline and Sumaya Boy is our reporter, and she brings out a wrap of how the first day went.
People were getting registered, artists were putting up their artworks, and many more. Today's the first day. They are about to start with the procession. So join me as we join them to procession into the Osu town. Okay, so you're about to start with the procession, and I've got a couple of diasporans here. I want to talk to them and find out why they traveled all the way to come here. So hello, how are you doing?
Hi, fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. Can you tell us your name?
My name is Motlhale Boikanyo.
I can't pronounce that. And what's your name?
I love that. Paul.
Thanks for saving me. Anyways, you traveled all the way from South Africa to come to Ghana to witness the Chalawate Festival. Why?
Because this is one of the biggest festivals of its kind in all of West Africa, so we couldn't, wait to come and experience it in person. We are also showcasing a film on Wednesday, so we are quite excited about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about you?
Yeah, same thing. I am one of the actresses in the film, so we're showcasing the film, The Deal, on Wednesday.
We just want to know more about it. So, can you tell me more about what just happened earlier?
We are processing from the Christian World Council to the Osu Township. Now, as you can see, we have the Osu Ulomo, who is the principal chief Ulomo of the Osu Stu. Yeah. So you need to, once you are passing to somebody's house, you need to go to the person's house and ask for permission.
Okay, so that was what you did earlier?
We went there for the Ulomo to pray for us so that it will be a successful procession. What is going to be any bad or any negative energy should drive away. Okay. So we went there to pay homage to the ancestors. Okay. So as you can see, we went to the Ulomo's place to pray for us so that we can have a successful procession.
Okay. All right, Ni, I see you have this around your neck. What does it signify? And first of all, what's the name of it?
It's called Isoup. But in the local language, you call it Nyanyina.
Nyanyina?
Nyanyina.
Okay.
Nyanyina, but that is called Isoup. We are used to drive away negative energies. As we process through a township, we have some bad and negative energies around. So this is in spirituality, it's used to drive away negative energies and also serve as a cleanser for purification.
All right. We also have Miss Bell here. Miss Bell, how are you?
I'm okay.
So how do you see the whole procession so far? It just started.
It's spiritual. And it's going well put together.
Okay. All right. And what is I see you having this one. Does it mean anything to you?
It's an African accessory, but yes, you can put some cleansing spirits in there. So as we are walking, if the energy doesn't feel right, you cleanse yourself.
They have to pour libation. It is part of tradition that when you get there, you just have to let them know that you are passing. And secondly, the fact that maybe something bad might have happened at that intersection.
That's why you can see them shaking the bells around. So it's also form part of invocation and communication.
Invoking, so communicating with the spirit.
Exactly, an ancestral word per se. Because as we possess, you don't know any negative energies, as I said earlier on. That's why you see them ringing the bells and doing their stuff.
We have Annie Sabute here, and we just ended with the procession. What next?
What next is that the official ceremony has opened. The paintings are there. We're going to have a film lab today, all the way till 9 p.m. And it's going to continue like that. We have workshops, like we said. We have DJ mixes. We have what they call the Asoko music as well. But for us, it's the intellectual, exchange between the experts that we invited with our local artists to be able to see how their works interact with each other.
Right, yeah. So basically, this is going to be going on for like a week long. The artists will still be here tomorrow to portray.
The arts will be here from today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then Friday night, we take them out. Some will be here.
Are there going to be different artists or?
We have variety of them. A lot more of the works are still being framed. So when you come, they ask them when you come, you see a lot of work.
Someone watching us right now wants to know what they should expect tomorrow.
So tomorrow from 3 p.m. we will be here. And we start with live music, food, and then the movies will
still commence around 3 p.m. There won't be activities in the morning?
No, there wouldn't be anything in the morning. We just want to have people to relax a bit and come here in the afternoon. But we also want to tell people that they can still come for the accreditation. For vendors who want to vend, this year we subletted the vending to multimedia so they can call your channels and then do business with us. Yeah.
All right, sure. And that is Ani Sabute. He's one of the members for the Chaliwate Festival. So just as you heard from him, this is the end of the procession of the day one of the Chaliwate Festival. But it's a week long. We have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and of course Sunday where it ends. So you can still be part of the celebration. You've not been left out yet. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow right here at the Osu Castle. For Joy News, Jacqueline and Suma Yeboah.
All right, so welcome back from the break. This, like I told you, is a special edition of the Pulse. We're coming to you live from the Chaliwate grounds here at the Independence Square. You have to make your way here to enjoy how the whole event is unfolding. Well, let me welcome my brothers in studio. Sean Okine is a street and documentary photographer. Hi, Sean. How you doing?
Good, Joe. Thanks for having me. I'm good.
Okay. And then we have, this man says his name, I should pronounce it. Wow. Carlton. But look, I'm a Ghanaian, so I say Carlton Wilkinson. Yeah. He is a photographic artist. They're all here with me. Well, let me start with you, Sean. So, what's your inspiration, to take into this photography thing?
I guess I moved to Ghana about 3 years ago, and originally from Australia. My father is Ghanaian, so I guess like a big part of what I started to do is just like explore my own culture. Coming back here, coming into Jamestown, where my family's originally from, and as I explored my own culture, I just started documenting it. And then as I came in and got introduced to things like the Homo War Festival, the boxing culture in Accra, I just sort of gravitated to it. And I thought that like people need to see this and see the story, so why not point my camera at it?
Okay. And how has it been?
It's been good. I really like it. The talent of the people that I take pictures of is like really inspirational for me. And it's been easy. Like, I find it actually really easy taking photos here. The people have always been super welcoming to me, inviting me into their spaces. So I've had a great time.
And how's the reception of your work out there?
It's good. It's good. I think a lot of the stories that I tell, they might be a little forgotten here in Ghana, but outside, the reception's massive. People love what's going on here. As you can see by Chaliwate Festival becoming more and more international, people are really interested in the stories that are happening in Accra. So when I go outside and show these people these stories, the reception's fantastic.
Okay. Garden, so for you, how has your photography been immersed with the Chaliwate Festival? How's the experience like?
It's still emerging. It's still meshing together, because I had a real challenge thinking of the Magneto. And I asked my friends in America, and everybody knows the Marvel comics, but they didn't know much about the Magneto theme that I've come to learn. And I feel very good because the piece that I brought with me, which is called In Remembrance of Lost Souls, or of Souls, and I'm asking people to write names of lost loved ones, and given how they pass, they will write it in a certain color on the photograph. And so I like doing content-based photography. I do perform a lot of series photography. I have been working the last 30 years on a series entitled The African Male Museum, and I've been just addressing the black male all over the continent. I mean, all over the world, as best I can travel. Okay. Or they come to me. And so I've interviewed 200 plus black males to discuss, and African Americans, to discuss their lives and how they feel to be a black American, okay? And so I just continue with those themes, and I'm still growing.
Gordon, because of where we are, you have to speak up a bit for me so that our listeners can pick it up.
I'm making it happen here.
Yeah, make it happen. So how has the platform that Chaliwate presents, how has it been helpful to your work here?
Because the participants in my exhibition are Ghanaian. Okay. There are many are from Accra.
Okay.
And many of them sharing their stories with me. So I'm absorbing information. I am through my photography, and I hope to expand on that in the future. But right now, I need to be in the learning posture. Okay. I just don't want to make assumptions about Accra or Ghana, even though I've been here one time before. I have friends from here, but I want to learn. So the gesture of bringing a common symbol to Accra, and that we all relate to. So I feel that's my contribution.
Okay. To it. Sean, how's your experience been at Chaliwate?
It's really cool for me, especially having the opportunity to go into Osu Castle. Like, I've never had the opportunity to go in there before, okay. So to set up in those gardens has like been amazing. It was important for me to be a part of Chaliwate. A lot of the work that I do in the communities that I take pictures of are around this same community. So it was important for me to come back and like be a part of it and also participate in it. So it's been great so far. The organisers have done an amazing job. As you can see, we're setting up here, and tomorrow's going to be amazing. So just looking forward to the weekend.
How much has what you've learned through Chaliwate taught you about your own culture, your own people?
I think it's good. There's a big mix of artists from different disciplines, so I think a lot of us are starting to tell the same stories, but just in different forms. So to sometimes see things that I'll be interested in or looking to explore expressed in a different way by different artists, it also helps me to look at my work differently as well, so it's been great.
But in terms of the culture, that your father's culture, since you've been here, how has it? What have you learned about the culture that you didn't know before coming?
Almost everything. How do I name one or two things? I think how welcoming people have been, especially with me towards Homor and actually coming in and teaching me some of these cultural things that sometimes we don't see on the outside. I've learned a lot of things about tradition, about history, about the twins, a lot of things. It's hard to just name one or two because there's so much, and every day I'm still learning.
You're still learning. Garden, what do you think, is there anything you think the Charlie Water organizer should do to, improve whatever is happening?
I'm going to keep that simple. I think they just need to grow reasonably and smartly. I think the potential to capture the attention around the world is there. It's already there. I came from America. What can I say? And I feel like the information I take back to my homeland will be a catalyst. I know many artists who I think would be very good here, who would really contribute very, very much. But again, it's about organization, and there, financial issues might come in the way or other things. But I feel that as Chalawote grows, and that energy goes to other countries. But again, it's about being here. I think that's the important part. Getting here, being here. And like I said, I'm in the learning posture, okay? I'm a professor for 40 years. And so, but I am a student now.
Okay.
And learning about Ghana, learning about the festival and its purpose. When I was here 20 years ago, I met a young man named Nee Narku Thompson.
Okay.
And he's now in the United States. He's from here in Accra, and he's one of the founding members
of Chalawote.
Okay. So I had him to talk to about the festival before I came. Yeah.
Interesting. So what kind of message will you give to people who are watching us now from outside the country about, why they should be here next year?
It's fun. I think the learning experience is wonderful. And I guess Ghana represents one of the African countries that has been very welcoming of African Americans. And so in the last year they had the year of...
Return.
Yes, okay. And so I think we're returning.
You're returning, huh? That's a good
it worked.
Okay. So Sean, for you, what kind of lessons should young people, be picking from Chalawote?
I think it's important to come down and see it. I think that there's a lot of talent here. I think being a talented artist and then execution is another thing. So I think for some of the young artists that have aspirations to be artists or have stories to tell, come and see your peers and see how they're doing it, see how they're expressing, see how they're painting, see how they're performing, and just really come here and try and learn, because there's no reason why some of the guys out here can't be doing the same thing. So to just see their peers achieving, you'll also get inspiration from the things you see around you.
Okay. So just as we're about wrapping up, what will be your last words to those who are watching us? Your last words.
I want to say thank you to the Chalawote team. Firstly, this is amazing, and I'm super looking forward to the weekend. And come down. It's not just to see the art, but also for businesses and other people involved. Come down and support. It's a massive thing, and Chalawote is building slowly and slowly. Rome wasn't built in a day, and it needs support of all Ghanaians. So come down. We're in this amazing Black Star Square, so come down. It's going to be a great weekend.
Okay. Garden, your last words.
I'm grateful to be here, and I think the organization has been wonderful. Meeting my comrades of the art area and my colleagues, I think has been wonderful. And again, I take back with me an experience that I wish others could have, and that's what I'll share.
Okay.
And through the camera. Okay.
That's what it is. Okay. So thank you so much. That's Sean Okan. He is a street documentary photographer. And Calvin Wilkinson is from the US of A, photographic artist. Now, Sean Okan is originally from Australia, but because his father is Ghanaian from Accra, he has now relocated here, and he is living his father's dream and learning from the culture that his father, lived in so many years before traveling outside. Thank you, gentlemen, for passing through. Right. This is still the pulse. Let's bring you how day 2 of the Chale Water event or festival went on.
It's yet another day, and it's time for the second day of the Chalawate Festival. And yes, you're right here at the Osu Castle, as I told you yesterday. And today is still all about the celebration of art and culture. Now, I got here not long ago, and I've been attracted by all these artworks that I'm surrounded by. I go over to talk to most of the artists who are partaking in the 13th edition of the Chalawate Festival.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What's your name?
My name is Charity Devia Katie.
Tell me more. Join me here. Yes. Tell me more about this beautiful artwork. It's like I see a man, I see a woman, I see a lot. Tell me more.
Okay, so both of these artworks, especially this one, talks about slavery, and especially the focus on Afro-Brazilian slaves and the way they were able to leave Brazil and come back to Ghana in 1836 and eventually settled in Jamestown. So most times I would do my work on bleached fabric, not the conventional use of canvas as you always.
So this is a bleached fabric?
Yes. So I prepare this myself. I tie it like the way you tie tie-dye, and then I use bleach on it, and then at the end of the day I have accidental patterns.
And what are these?
These are cow horns.
Cow horns?
Yes.
I'm just trying to picture a cow. So you just cut them into pieces?
Yeah, I cut them into pieces and arrange them in a figure portrait, and I weave them with a fishing line to create my portraits, to tell stories about we the blacks and how important cow horn is it to us, but rather we pay less attention to it. We rather see it as a waste product, but we don't take much attention to it. So I cut them into pieces and try to make figure out of it.
Okay, that is really interesting. How long did it take for you to make this one?
It took me about 4 to 5 weeks.
He's speaking to patrons who are here on their thoughts about the 13th edition of the Chalawate Festival.
Vanessa. From Denmark. So I'm here for vacations. It's good to experience this festival. It was my friend who introduced about this. So it's really good to know the culture. I like arts, but African are different, so it's something I can learn. I don't know too much about it, so I'm here to learn all this about it.
Yeah. Oh, don't miss out. We still have more days to go on the 13th edition of Chalawate. For Joy News, Jacqueline Ansuma Yeboah.
All right, welcome back from the break. Well, I've also been joined by two amazing people, and to my immediate left is, I'm told, the only female artist, on this Chale Water Festival trip, and her name is Derby Charity. What's the surname?
My name is Charity Derby Akate.
Okay, and gentlemen, you are?
I'm Nilomote.
Nilomote.
Yes.
Okay. So, Debbie, what inspired you to take into artistry?
My mom actually inspired me.
Okay.
So my mom made me learn as under an artist, as an apprentice, instead of going for the usual after-school classes.
Okay.
She made me go for
artistry.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I was able to pick it up from there and have a bachelor's of arts in fine and applied arts.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So you can paint really well?
Yes, I paint really well. I actually studied fine arts, so I paint really well.
Wow. And how's the journey been for you?
And it has not been easy, but it's exciting.
Okay.
Because at first, I was the only female for everything most of the time. But I didn't see anything special about it. But with time, I now know it's special.
Ah.
Yes.
And it's worth it, huh?
Yes, it's worth it.
How worthy is it, if you want to let us know?
Yeah, it's worth it because I now have international shows and I'm being invited for international programs related to art. So it's exciting. Without art, I don't know, probably I would have been a policewoman or something.
Okay. All right. So you have some paintings here?
Yes, I have
a couple of paintings, even for the Afuabe collectives.
Okay.
I have some for that. And I also have my personal mural, which I'll be doing live on Saturday and Sunday. So people can come around and watch me paint.
Oh, so you'll be
all
painting
day.
live, huh?
I'll paint all day from Saturday
so
and
if
Sunday.
I come, can you paint me?
Oh, I'm willing to paint you.
We should have had something here so you paint me.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ni, so what do you do?
I also paint. I sculpt, and then, I teach as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And for you, how has the journey been?
The journey has been not easy, but good because there is progress. I believe in progress more than perfection.
Okay.
I've been practicing for the past 10 years. When I finally graduated, I was practicing a little, and then I went back to school. Currently, I'm even pursuing my...
Okay.
Like I told you, I teach, which I'm at the University of Education, Winnipeg. So I help some of the lecturers as a teaching assistant as well, and practice at the same time. In terms of the practice, it's going well. I'm in school, so I've slowed down a bit. Charlie Water is what energizes me to come work hard a little, because academia can really take a toll on you. So
so how has been the experience on Charlie Water?
Oh, the experience on Charlie Water has been good. I joined Charlie came to sell my paintings. We paid, and then we got a tent, and we were focused on selling our paintings. So we were just at one station till COVID in 2020. When they went virtual, I wasn't part. But when they came back from COVID 2021, then I joined as a participating artist, where now I'm part of the Afuabe team, and then we were doing the program, not purposely a vendor where I was stationed at one place. Now I'm moving with the team, with the same theme that is going, that I was painting just towards it. And 2022, which was last year, I was on the team again, and this year too, I'm here. So 3 years with the Afuabe team.
Okay. What's the importance of being an artist? You know, a lot of people don't know about this, that being an artist probably evokes something. What is that?
The importance is you are able to communicate with people, and also tell your story to people around. So I think it's very important being an artist, because you can tell them what you have in your inner mind, and then they will see and understand and probably interpret it in their own way.
If someone is watching us and he or she has a child who exhibits that potential of painting, what sort of training or guidance does that child need?
I think right now we don't have schools like we used to have. There was Ganata, which I also was a student of, but it's no more. But I think with time we are having more coming up. Amwaku has a studio now, and it's okay, and a couple of other artists who are encouraging the young ones. So I encourage the parents to actually allow them explore.
How has been the
especially
experience?
The females?
Okay. I have a child, a daughter who likes painting.
Yeah, wow. I need to see her, and I need to teach her how to paint.
I always tell her she can be a painter if she wants to.
Yes.
Because she paints really well.
Yes.
How has been for you the experience on Charlie Water this year?
Oh, the experience this year is exciting because they brought it back to or down to Osu, and Osu happens to be my hometown. So I'm excited. It's more like I'm doing it from home. So more space, more people to explore with, and then I'm excited. Seriously, I'm excited because of the space.
What do you see about the future of Charlie Water?
I see it becoming bigger, and it's actually one of the, in fact, the I think the only festival in West Africa now, besides Festac 77, I don't think there's any other West African arts festival. I think it's good because we are encouraging art in Africa.
Anything you think should change about the festival to make it bigger?
Right now, I just think we are developing, so there'll be changes here and there, and with time, we would see better ways to actually maneuver what we do.
Okay.
Yes.
Lee, for you, any suggestion as to the way forward to grow this festival?
Yeah, I have some suggestions. In fact, like I'm saying in my Master of Philosophy, I'm supposed to write a thesis, which I even want to write on Chalewote. See, Chalewote is an art festival, and when we say art is our way of living. You asked a question about what's the importance of being an artist. Yeah. I'll throw a question back to you, like, what's the importance of living? If you want to live, then you have to be an artist, because our daily life revolves around being art. The beauty of nature is art. And the only beauty of art is just creativity. So the creativity comes in when now you want to take it further, because we were trained with art. In the primary school, we learned how to scribble. This is art. It was through art we learned how to write. Now, even to speak, all these things is art. So the art has to be educated. Now, this is where I'm coming in as to where Chalewote must change. I think Chalewote is doing well by impacting the economy and everything. But now, how is it also impacting our schools in terms of art education? Okay. Now I'm into education. I teach, some of my colleagues are even teaching the SHS schools. I've taught at Presecla before. Now, how is this Chalewote impacting the education sector in terms of the arts? Now, I think the schools need to get involved. The teachers, they are teaching their children how to break through as an artist during their teaching, career opportunities in art. Yet they are not bringing their students to come and really participate in the Chalewote. The organizers they are doing their best. They can't go to every school and drag everybody. So the schools should participate. The teachers who are teaching them, you are showing them, you are teaching them career opportunities. Why don't you use this as a way to bring them to get involved? Now we are impacting, and the people get to see what they can make out of the arts. So I think this is where, like, some people, it needs to grow from here. Now, from we coming to display our art, schools need to get involved. Like, let's take something like National Science and Maths Quiz. Now we know we are doing the science and maths. What is there for the artist? Chalewote could grow to the extent where now there will be a competition where the schools and the visual arts sector will participate, where awards are given. It is going to help them, so that when they are learning the art, now they learn it well, because someone might want to learn the art well because he wants to be on the competition that Chalewote for national TV to also find them. Not everyone can qualify to National Science and Maths Quiz. So this way you are resisting those creative people by not giving them the same limelight. Like I'm saying, Chalewote can give this thing. The government should get involved. The education sector should get involved, try to see how the students can participate in this to really push this thing to the next level. That's what I have.
Interesting. Very thought-provoking suggestions there. Let's see how it goes. So, what will be your last words as we wrap up here?
My last words will be, please try as much as possible not to miss Saturday and Sunday. Come and see us paint live.
So if I come to paint me, you paint me?
Yes, I'll paint you. I'll paint you. I promise you one painting.
Yes. So,
my last words will be, some people have expectations for Saturday and Sunday. Some will love it. Some will be disappointed. Those who are going to be disappointed is who I have the message for. You will be disappointed when you are only coming to what are they doing, what are they saying. They should get involved and they will never get disappointed. If the expectation is like they are going to say, hey, they said they are doing this, and then so what? But when you get involved, what is happening, try and do some. And you realize, you really enjoy the whole thing. It's like going to a party and just sitting down and trying to see how they are serving, and you don't party. But when you try to get to the dance floor, then when you go, hey, the party was nice. They should come and experience art, not just watch or look at art. They should experience.
So you want them, for example, if Derby is painting, you want someone to join in painting as well?
Derby will allow someone to take a brush and do. We always do.
Then you should have brought something, so I pick the
right, so I have something here.
How do I go about it?
So you do this. No, but we need canvas.
That's what I'm saying. So you should have brought the canvas.
So the canvas is so large, we can't bring it here.
But for me, on Saturday, Debbie will be bringing the mural to work on it. I will be using the street as a canvas. So I'll be working on.
So you paint on the street.
I'll paint on the street, and it can last for about 3 months before it will wash off. So I'll be using. So on the streets, whilst I'm working, you could also work as well.
Then I'll come around so I can join in the painting.
Yes.
All right, guys. Lovely having you on the show.
Yes,
Yeah. All the best to you.
Thank you so much.
All right. So this is still the special edition of the Pulse on Joy News. We're coming to you live from the Independence Square, where the Chale Wote Festival is happening. Wherever you are, do make your way here and experience arts and culture in a way you've never done before. We'll take a quick break, but just before we have some of the the days and how the event have been evolving. We have a report on one of the days, and you will see some of the paintings of Derby in there. Watch this one.
You are welcome home.
Usually my hometown, when you see pots like this, it's either is being used to prepare something or boil water or anything at all. But at this point, maybe I have to, speak to the person behind this beautiful piece of art, and then maybe she can tell us more. What's your name, madam?
Hi, I'm Olubumi Atere.
Oh, you are not Ghanaian?
No, I'm a Nigerian.
Oh my goodness.
To be here.
Oh, we're happy to actually have you. So what is this?
Well, this is contemporary ceramics, if I'm to put it like in a general name. But this is made from clay. It's also something like what we use in the village, but with a different idea and notion behind it. Also, like, duplicating the way we use it at home, but then with a different message. The message for this work is, if you look at it, it kind of looks like a fruit, like tomatoes. But at the same time, tomatoes is it a vegetable, is it a fruit? We don't know. But we eat it, right? I'm using this as a point of contact. I title this memo as a point of contact in notion for people to be aware, first of all, about contemporary ceramics, the way you saw it, and you thought about grammar, but then you didn't think about contemporary ceramics. One, and then two, also the idea as Africans, the way we have, as in also keying in the message of this festival, Magneto Model, and like how conversant are we with the state of our being? Are we getting better? Are we shedding, or are we adding? It's like the way you see on the skin of the piece. You don't know if this is the main skin, if it's growing a new skin or it's shedding the previous. And at the same time, you can see the part of the top, and you can think of it like, is this getting bad? Is it rotting, or is growing? And then I have this copper wires coming out and holding a glow in the dark bead. If you turn on the light, when it's dark, this will shine. It will glow. So at the same time that I'm speaking on what we need to do, or like gearing us up as African to be able to stand for the truth of where we are at, and then be able to grow from it, because if you're honest with yourself, then you know where to start from. And then also at the same time being able to channel the resilience that we have, that even in the ruin you see something beautiful. In my language, Yoruba language in Nigeria, we say Ile Oba Tojo Ewa Lubusi. That is, the house of the king that burns, it births a new beauty.
Wow. And how long did it take to put this together?
Took me like a day.
Just a day?
Yeah.
Wow.
About 8 hours.
8 hours non-stop, or you go on a break or something?
Yeah, it's a clay. You have to allow it to dry a little bit before you have to re-continue. It's a process then.
Okay. That's interesting. Let me come to this one, and then maybe we can. So, what do you call this one?
This Toaje, the Red Hunter from the north, is a warrior that leaded them during those crises by then.
Okay. And how long did it take this one as well?
This was a day job.
Wow. So in all, how do you feel to be part of this year's Chale Wote Street Art Festival?
It's amazing. It helps us to express our struggle as an artist, what we go through, how we feel, our expression and joy and everything.
We can wish you all the best, and I'm sure subsequently you're going to be here for the entire week, right?
Yes, please.
I'm sure we'll come and we'll see more works from you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So yes, as I said, there's more here at the Chale Wote Street Arts Festival, and as you know, yesterday it all started with a procession, and my colleague Ibrahim Bembaku and others were here to actually, be part of this ceremony. And today I am here just to have a feel of everything, and also just to let you know that indeed it has started. It started yesterday. Today is day 2, and definitely we're here to bring you more updates of everything that is happening today.
Home is where you find liberty, hand in hand with your family. It's time to return. Oh Ghana, only gets word to Africa. Why at Makakra, sunny birth, yeah. You are welcome home.
Wow, these are simply beautiful works, and I'm just wondering, I don't know, but of course I have the person who put this together. And hello, what's your name, sir?
My name is Junior Justice.
Junior Justice. You did justice to this work. What do you call this?
Okay, this art is called fire arts or pyrography, but I am into conceptual works. I talk about stories through my artworks, trying to awaken old memories, the past, present, and the future through my artwork. So every art of mine serves a purpose. It's not just an artwork. I'm trying to speak through it to the public, to educate, motivate, and awaken stories.
So how do you do this? Because I don't know whether it's pencil. I don't know what exactly is it?
Okay, the uniqueness about my work is that it's fire that I used to draw.
Fire?
Yeah, fire, real fire. That's what I used to draw. Yeah, so my works are not pencil works or painting works, but real fire. Yes.
You're talking about fire. We're taught that we should never play with fire. So yeah. How do you do that? Don't you feel bent, or how do you do it?
Okay, so art is about creativity. And as an artist, you always also have to be creative. To bring out something, you have to have a style. And that style defines you as an artist. So I started using sodium iron. And I don't know if you know sodium iron though. That was what I started using to burn on woods. But using the sodium iron was very difficult. And throughout that, I got to discover my way now whilst I'm using the fire today. Yeah.
This is beautiful. So if I'm to ask, what's the inspiration behind this particular work?
This work is called self-education. Self-education means that as people, there is a lot that goes around us and a lot that we go through. But the question is, how do you take in? What is the impact that you have or you pick from the experiences around you? And I believe as every human being need to educate themselves with what they consume around them. So that is the concept behind it, and it means self-education. And through that self-education also, I believe as an artist that when you're able to learn on your own, educate yourself personally and positively, education doesn't come in a form of only book. But what you go through, the mistakes that you make, how did you learn out of it? That is what I call personally a self-education. Yeah. So in this work here, I believe that if you educate yourself positively as a person, what is going to be is like you have a self-confidence because you have learned what you are doing as your job. You being a journalist, you know what you're doing. So when you're coming up, you won't be afraid. Nobody can gaslight you or even brainwash you within your arena because it's your field. And that is what I believe every human being needs to be.
Junior Justice, where are you from?
I'm from Ghana.
You sound different.
That's what people do say always, but I'm a Ghanaian, man. Yeah.
This is beautiful work, and we can only encourage you that you should keep doing all these beautiful works, and we're always here to support you.
Sure, definitely. I also appreciate. Yeah, so more time. Yeah.
So what are your social media handles?
So I'm on Instagram as juniorjustice_the_fire_artist, and my Gmail is juniorjusticejj.com. Yeah. And I don't know if I can put out my number there for any kind of business. My number is 0594-725953. It's on WhatsApp as well.
You are welcome.
All right, so this is still the Pulse. It's a special edition of it because we're coming to you live from the Chalewote grounds from the Independence Square. Well, anything can fly by. We're all in the art space, so this one is still part of the exhibition. It wants to exhibit itself. So, well, let me welcome to our studio Raphael Ajete J. Main. Is an artist. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Oh, in your Juba, Denche. Exactly. So I've added Denche to that stuff. That's what it is.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have our brother coming from France, Romuald Abel. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Ça va très bien?
Ça va bien, merci.
My French is good.
Yeah, your French is really good.
Anyway, what brought you here? How did you hear about Chalewote?
Well, when I was in France and I decided to come to Ghana for a holiday, and everywhere I go on holiday, I try to connect with people and artists especially. So I look for whatever's going on in Accra when I will be there. And I found out that
there's Chalewote happening.
Yeah, so I connect with them, and here I am.
And how has it been for you since you joined?
Well, it's been okay. I met Uncle Frank, who made me the thing easier to get furniture, and I will start to paint today, so I'm really happy.
Okay, yeah. All right. Ni, so for you are exhibiting, right?
Yeah, I have my installation at the garden.
Okay. What's the inspiration behind your installation?
It's basically this game that we always play, and this draft game is a game whereby you see two people sitting behind this wooden thing and then thinking, because the least mistake you do, that's the end of the game.
Yeah.
So I get people thinking, and it is like simple material we use at our household, and people seeing it as an art piece, they were really surprised. So, but that was not the surprise I want them to see, but the game that we are playing. And my work always talk about the migration and people and how black excellence we live as black people, because I'm a Ghanaian, but I live in Germany. That's where I have my studio, and I also have a studio here in Ghana. So I live with these people, which I know is very difficult people to live with, but we are there to let them know that we are also human. We can be happy, we can be joyful, and we need to celebrate our own self. So this year, Chalewote 2023, I'm putting up this installation to signify our happiness and the game that people are playing around us.
Okay.
Because the least mistake or the least move you make, it will bring your downfall, like it will bring you to down. So you need to be very careful how you go about your things. So that's it. Yeah.
How much does art mean to you as an artist?
It means a lot, because without me found in art, I will not be alive, because anytime I'm at the studio working, I feel alive. And art has brought me to so many people and to so many places, which if not being an artist, I will not be able to go. So I see myself as an artist, as alive.
Okay.
Yeah, as alive. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Ramod, what is the inspiration behind what you do?
Well, the deepest one is the connection with the spiritual world, and the connection between people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So arts connect you to the spiritual world?
Yeah.
How does it do that?
Well, because you need to concentrate, and you need to like meditate to find your to find your inspiration. So that means that you go deeper inside you, and then higher in the kind of spiritual world.
Okay. Interesting. So, what is the life of an artist?
It's a tough life. The life it's a free life. It's a free life, and as you say, we meet a lot of people. We go some places that we kind of not allowed to go, and we are here. So it's a free life, but the other side, it's we have to work hard.
Well, Raphael, so you are based in Germany.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you've seen these sort of festivals, right?
Yeah.
How do we take Chale Wote, up there? How can we get it to meet the international standards?
I think Chale Wote has been there since I can remember, and to take Chale Wote to the international level, I think we need to show the world like more, and not just more, but the different perspective of art, because art, people think it's all about painting and drawing, but it's not. It's beyond that. It comes with performances, poetry, and it crosses over. So we need to do more than doing just painting or just doing installation. We need people to know what we are feeling, or an artist is feeling in himself or herself. So that is what we need to do, so that the international world or the international market can accept that, because over there they have seen it all. So now what can we do to let them have that moment of wow, like, oh, this is it, So I think that's why this year I'm doing this installation, and people were surprised, like I mentioned. They were like, oh, where is your painting? I say, yeah, this is it. This is just it. It's just a 4 square with a cover, and that's it. And they were like, okay, we love it, but this is very different. So I think our differences will take us to the international world or the international market. Okay. So that is what we are working towards.
So doing something different
doing
from
something
the usual.
From the usual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's
all right.
it.
So what's your expectation like for from today to Sunday? What are you expecting of the festival?
Well, I expect to meet a lot of people, to show my work, and to give people some vibration that they don't feel usually, because I'm not from Ghana, so I'm coming with another kind of vibration, and
that's it.
Yeah.
A lot more, yeah? Okay. All right. Ajete, so as we're about to wrap up, what will be your final words to those who are watching?
Chale Wote has been there since, and this is the platform where we used to express ourselves more to the public, because mostly we do exhibitions in museums and galleries, but for our own people to see, this is the opportunity for us to exhibit our ability for them to see. And that is something basically from the beginning, from the upset of Chale Wote, we love to do. Okay. We love to give out to the people. Oh, this is it. This is us. This is what we be doing.
Okay.
This is why we are called artists around. So that is my
all right.
final word.
What kind of paintings will you be doing?
Sorry.
What kind of paintings will you be doing?
Well, I'm doing abstract paintings.
What?
Abstract paintings.
Well, abstract.
Abstract.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how would that be?
It would be colorful.
Okay.
Colorful and hopefully powerful.
Okay. All right. So you have to be here tomorrow. I mean, from today to tomorrow, Sunday, for you to witness the abstractness of the works of Romuald. He says his painting is abstract, and Ajete also has something different. You have to be around for you to know what exactly it is. We're going to take a break. When we return, we'll be speaking to some of the people who are not artists, but they are here to witness what the artists are doing, and also wrap it up with the organizers of Chale Wote. So stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
When everybody came out, everybody's looking good, displaying their art, beautiful art everywhere. This is my 5th year coming in a row. So I'm here every August for the festival. It's been amazing being with my black people all day, every day. It's been great.
It's so fun here. There are a lot of art things to do. So I personally love it. And I love the artworks. I love Chale Wote 2022.
It's fantastic. This year's experience is marvelous.
It's amazing. It's Chale Wote Festival, y'all. You ought to be here.
The paintings, the people, the Ghanaians were awesome.
Everyone, when you're in Ghana around the same time, make sure you check it out. It's really happening.
Crystal clear and thrilling podcasts and live shows, download and listen to us on Apple, Spotify, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, MyJoy Online, Amazon services like Echo, Amazon Music, and Audible, Stitcher, Adom Online, Overcast, and Pandora. Take note of everything. Sign up for the multimedia digital platforms now to stay updated.
We've had news file over the weekend, and an interesting part of the conversation focused.
Oh no, we are out of range.
Oh, don't worry, Daddy. I have Alexa in my bag.
Alex, what?
Alexa, open Multimedia Ghana and play Joy FM.
Super Hits Radio, Joy 99.7.
Listen to Joy FM, Hits FM, Love FM, live on your Amazon Echo. Listen to your favorite multimedia radio stations live on your Amazon Echo device by saying, Alexa, open Multimedia Ghana, play Joy FM or Hits FM or Love FM. Or catch up on your favorite podcast by saying, Alexa, play, and then the name of your favorite podcast from Multimedia Ghana. For a list of all podcasts available, say Alexa. Ask Multimedia Ghana to browse programs.
And we are back like we never lost signal.
Alexa, welcome to Multimedia.
This is a prayer.
All right, so welcome back to the Pulse. And like I told you, it's the special edition of it. It's the Chale Wote edition. Now, let's wrap it all up with Nana Yao Anansi. He's an artist and a creator. Nana, how are you, sir?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm well.
Good.
We also have MC Abeku Yama. He is a promoter. Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon, boys.
Well, this one is from my hometown, so Kedia. Good. Okay.
So I guess you Winnebarians?
We are
hunters.
Okay. So, Anansi, what I see strapped around your neck, what is this?
It's an artwork. It's called, actually it's a fashion, and it's also an artwork. Yeah, fashion is an artwork. It's my neck wrap.
Okay.
And it's from the series and my concept of no charge.
Okay.
Yeah, which has to deal with recycling of bottles, to talk about my experience when incarcerated some years back, and how I came across with the inmates, the culture of they use the plastic bottle to survive in there, and everything gave me an awareness as a multidisciplinary artist to play with it, in my everyday practice. So that's what gave birth to this,
What is the message behind this?
Okay, mainly my message is behind prison reform, and then as a country we have a problem with
plastic pollution.
Not necessarily plastic pollution, but then the right word I want to use. It's not coming though, but I mean confinement. Like when it has to do with, we have a deficit in confinement. When you go to our schools, we have problem because the place I was, it was supposed, the police cell, for Christ's sake, is not a place for criminals, even though you might find yourself there being a criminal, but it's not a place for criminal. It's a place for confinement. You can feel threatened as a citizen and walk to the police station and demand for a space to live because you feel threatened by any kind of form of whichever it is. So why should it be that a place that should accommodate citizens who are not even criminals but yet are going there to seek for security ends up being caged and boxed up in this kind of pressure? Because the space I was supposed to accommodate 15 inmates, but as at when we were being sent in there, we were 57.
Oh wow.
So imagine. So, and being a trained teacher, when you look at the schools in the country, most of our kids are under trees.
Okay.
So somehow this work address kind issues like that. The hospitals, we have deficit in hospital structures and stuff like that.
So is that what you are exhibiting at the...
Okay, so what I'm exhibiting is a series of my works, No Charge and the Oja series, which has to do with the Magneto Motherland, what we're talking about this year, about the African continent being a power force that kind of pull back their its descendants and its people, no matter how they take us away, how far we are, based on our culture, one way or the other. We try to identify ourselves, even though we've been brainwashed and the matrix, been told not to be who we are. That energy keeps bringing us back, no matter how it is. So that's what my art talks about, and most of the time it talks about my experience as an artist. What I've been through over the years, experience in art, trying to be the voice for the voiceless and all of that. So that's what you see. So this plastic works basically talks about how inmates use bottles to smoke, how they use it as furnitures and stuff like that. So that's what I'm trying to answer.
MC, this is your first time, right?
Oh yeah.
What has been your experience?
My first time in Chile, would say no, not really. I can't remember my days in uni. That's Accra Technical University. I used to come here. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of Chale Wote. Do you understand the Chale? Chale Wote?
Yeah, I do.
I've been explaining. The Chale is a Ghanaian pidgin word for friend. Yeah, Charlie. You understand? Like when you come to our community, we say Azi, Tadi, Azi. Yeah. So Charlie is, basically a friend. Yeah, a friend. So let's go.
But more of the bathroom slippers thing.
Let's go.
So what's your expectation of the festival?
Yeah. We are expecting more people to come here. I'm here as a domestic tourist, and we are expecting the international tourists to come around, because trust me,
some people got their wife or husbands through this festival. Oh yeah, even you, right after this program, you might get your wife. You are married. Oh, okay. Yeah, so there's some of the expectation. I mean, we are seeking to see.
Okay. All right then. But I hope that you do enjoy yourself and you have a good time here as well.
Sure. Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah.
So you'll be here from today to.
Yeah, I'll be here till Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of paintings, so probably you pass by and then you get yourself painted.
Sure.
All right, Chief. But what are you doing?
Oh, okay. So usually this is how I call the process. I take this plastic through my practicing technique and process.
Okay.
I call it plastic surgery.
Okay, so you're performing a surgery.
Yeah, I'm performing a surgery.
All right, thank you very much. I'm grateful to you.
All right.
So that is Naneo Anansi. Anansi is an artist and a creator, and MC Abekuyama is a promoter and someone who's here. Your last words, and then we can. Your last words. And then we can say bye-bye.
So I'm just trying to tell those outsiders they should come, because this is one of the biggest festival. As a Ghanaian, you need to witness so that you can tell more about this festival to your children.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. So that's it. We have a clip for you, and then right after the clip, we'll be speaking to the event organizers to wrap up this whole special edition of the Pulse. Watch. This is made up of the paintings that has been going on here, and all that is happening. So do watch this. We'll be back.
We are here, and it is the day 3 of the Chalote Street Art Festival 2013, and we're still here at the Castle Gardens. Well, we are going to be bringing you updates, like we said from the very first day, comprehensive coverage of day 1 to the last day, which happens to be on the 27th, the Sunday, and it is all going to be at the Independence Square and also in the Osu Township. Well, let me just fast forward a little bit, and I'll come back to what you're seeing behind me, because this is what we're going to be focusing on today. Well, this evening there's going to be a lot of film screening. There's going to be the heroines, which are starting at 5, from 5 till late in the evening. There are going to be the heroines. There's also going to be Shrapo and Na. There's going to be Ghana Bar, the drama, a lot of movies. But let's get focused on what we are doing here right now at the Castle Garden. So the artisans are still getting their works done so that they can go and install them. Well, if you see behind me, it is a beautiful work. When I got here, all I was seeing were colors and shapes, but it took me a bit of a time to be able to get the holistic view of what was happening or what is being painted. Maybe you're not seeing it now, but as we go through, I am sure you will also get to see what I saw earlier on, or probably you're seeing it, right? Now, I'm not sure you're saying it, but let's talk to the man or the brain behind what we are seeing, and then we'll also move on to talk to a few other people. Tamu, how are you doing, bro?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing
Good. Okay, so all I see when I got here, like I told you earlier on, were shapes and colors. Shapes and colors, that is all I saw. What are you doing?
We are actually painting a big word. So if you look closely, you will see that it spells a word, and actually it's a Ga word.
It's a Ga word?
Yes.
Okay, so immediately I heard your name, I was able to pinpoint, oh yeah, he's South African. Where are you from?
I'm from the Netherlands.
Why the name Tamu?
Tamon, yeah, I don't know. My parents came up with that, so there's no history about it. It's not a Dutch name at all, so I don't know why they thought of this name, but it's my name, so...
Well, it sounds more South African, but hey, let's come away from that. So you are painting a Ga word.
Yes, we are painting a Ga word. Yes, so I'm not painting it alone. I'm painting it together with a group of people. They are not here today because we're just finishing up a little bit, but we've been painting with like 15 people, and they're all part of a dance crew, and this dance crew is called Steez Africa. So we are doing it together with them.
Steez Africa.
Steez Africa.
All right, so let's wrap it up with Manche and the man from Pram Pram. Andy Osabute. International fisherman. Yeah, man. How are you, sir?
Hello, good.
Okay, so we're just about wrapping up. What should people expect from today till Sunday?
I wait. Over to you.
Maybe it was Andy.
Oh. Well, I mean, people should come and see what we call make believe. There are a lot of acts that will blow their mind, and you see that this is the festival that creates the space for young people to come and express their art. Not only that, but also give people a certain future. Come and see various things happening.
Okay.
This evening we have a movie screening as well inside the Osu Castle.
Okay.
And we want people to come. We also want especially parents to come with their children. Well, we have a safe space for them at the Nationalism Park. Bouncing councils will be there, so they can go through, see the work, and then they can take a chill. They should bring their children to be inspired by the pieces that they will see on display.
Okay.
It's been, I'm very excited about it. It's a new space for us, and it's a new area to come to for the festival, and we're all very excited about it.
Okay, all right then. Manche,
yes,
so what kind of activities would we be seeing here from today to Sunday?
So I want to draw people's attention to the Freedom and Justice Arc over there.
Okay.
There's an installation there that people need to see.
There's an installation there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you should check that out.
Oh, okay.
Nowadays work. See, there's a long
white.
Yeah, hanging down.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should go see that. It's full of mysteries.
Okay.
Tewaji's installation is also there. The big metal.
The big metal.
Yeah. There's a metal figurine.
Okay.
In the yard.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that the statue on
yes.
top of
yes,
it? Okay.
Yes. It's called Daddy Sunny.
Okay.
Yeah. You should check that out.
Oh, the person did it just now?
Yeah. No.
It's been there.
Well, they just moved it over there. We're going to also have an exhibition with the Ghanaian Arts Collective called Afuabi.
Okay.
Yeah. About 100 meters from where we are, that whole side.
Okay.
There will be installations within the whole perimeter and then all the way into the castle.
Okay.
So it's exciting. Like I said before, the whole world is here. Come to celebrate art with us. Come out and enjoy and buy some art. That's important too.
Yeah.
And come and have fun.
Okay. Yeah, have fun. Buy and help.
Well, buy art and let's create our own art business ecosystem. It's already there, it's growing. We need to just pour fire inside.
If you sit back and look at Chale Water, what's the future looking like?
Too bright. Too bright. I think that we've been able to create a cultural device that can only grow, and also transform this place, and it's served as a rallying point for people all over the world, not just Ghana. People are getting together. People are finding their husbands at Chalewote. No, it's real.
Yeah, a young guy was here. He mentioned same thing.
But I know somebody who found their husband here.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, come out and have fun. These are good times. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a concert tomorrow too.
Right. There's a concert tomorrow and Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a long list of local and international artists. We have a Gugu and Zagbato performances from Benin. They get here at 2 p.m. tomorrow. This is a multidisciplinary art setup, so you're finding everything from photography to film to dance, murals. Yeah.
And who's the host for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, your own Lexus Bill.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's going to be our MC for tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
I want to enjoy and treat the public to come out in the numbers and see. Like Macha said, we want also people to buy, not just come, take pictures and post on social media, but try to spend some money on some of the pieces that have been done and be inspired by.
Support the ecosystem.
Okay. All right.
Support the ecosystem.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
And we wish you all the best. Yeah.
Thank you.
All
You should learn to speak Ghana.
Miss Yanka Gra. All right. I'll let it. But look, we are so grateful that you could spend your time with us here on the special edition of Pulse. On behalf of the entire crew, we say thank you. But be here today, tomorrow, and Sunday and enjoy Chale Wote. So, what do we all say? Chale Wote. Thank you for being here.